Okay.
We can buy the Dr. Pepper we're always saying go and grab at the end of the break.
Yeah, but
sense.
you know what? I couldn't because they didn't fucking have Dr. Pepper at the fucking store. Again, no bottle of Dr. Pepper.
This store? Don't go to this
I
store.
went to a different one. I went to Titan Games today. I went to the Jewel by Titan Games. They didn't, folks. They didn't have fucking Dr. Pepper. Hello,
I feel like
it's
the
us.
issue here is it's a Saturday, and that's when everybody goes and does their grocery shopping, and you're going at like 7 p.m. So
Well, I usually go on Mondays. So,
okay.
What you need to do is slip the stock guy a $5, right? And be like, man, just put a little
Give him
bit
some
to the
weed
side
gummies.
for me.
Or stock more than
Take
2
care.
boxes. Why the fuck you stocking all this other shit soda? Fucking RC. I hear you, Aaron,
Ooh.
on your other show. I listen.
RC.
Yeah. Anyway, hello, folks. It's us, Dragon Street Gaming. We're back. I'm in a great mood. The best mood. Things are good. Things are looking up for once. No disasters this week. We didn't lose $3,600. It's all coming up Millhouse. It's pretty good. So, we're back. The crew is back, as you can see, on screen, minus the frog, who's still gallivanting in Europe. But we are ready to dive back into some Alien tonight and continue our Heart of Darkness campaign. We might finish tonight. We shall see. If not, we'll definitely finish next week. It just depends what these crazy cats decide to do. So we shall see how far we get. And yeah, it's going to be good shit. As always, stop by the Facebook page for all the latest news on the show. Check us out on the YouTube channel if you're not already doing so. And swing over to Spreaker where we host the podcast. Or if you like our podcast version of the show, check us out on iTunes and Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Leave us those 5-star reviews. Leave us those thumbs up, those likes, those follows. Praise the algorithm. Continue to help us reach new heights as we have the last couple weeks. Another new record, over 750 downloads in a single week. Thanks to all you listeners out there. So thank you. That's a big deal from when we first started this show a couple years ago, and we were getting like 10, 20 downloads a week. So 1,000 is the next goal. So hopefully we'll have that by the end of the year. That'd be pretty exciting. So, and then next on the list is the YouTube channel, which we're getting there. I actually, guys, I discovered that I haven't not been getting emails and notifications about people leaving messages and subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's that Gmail puts it into a little like side email that looks like an ad. And so I never click on it. And then I was like, it says Spreaker. What is this? I clicked on it. Hundreds of notifications. Like, oh, there's where it is. So, listeners and viewers, if I don't respond to your messages, it's because I don't know how the internet works, and I apologize. And I probably still won't respond to your messages because there's way too many of them, but I will try. But every now and then, Aaron and Adam, they take care of that stuff for me. So, if I've missed a message, I apologize, but I do appreciate it. I'll try to get better at that. Now that life is getting back under control, hopefully we can do more of that. So, thank you for all that. And last but not least, if you want to help support the show more, financially, that is, you can check out our Patreon, where you can get early access, week early's access to all of our shows that we currently have going on. We've also got a Discord channel you can jump on and get in on some of the action. Got a little bit more activity going on there lately. Shared some pictures today on my Warhammer game with my buddy Craig. Good shit. And, what else? What else do we do on that, Sean? Oh, you can check out our monthly Patreon game, which we're going to be recording next week for some Warhammer Fantasy, if you want to see some elves spending fate points and accumulating lots of corruption points. And being very sick. Very sick on the boat.
Silly things, like trying to throw a gunpowder barrel on some kind of monster.
Oh, I forgot about
Would
that.
have been cool. Would have been real cool.
Yeah.
If it worked, it would have been fucking sick. But it didn't.
What do you mean it only went 3 feet? Dude, it's like 100 pounds. That's what I mean.
I'm a supernatural
elves.
elf. I'm built, bro. I'm actually the strongest elf in the team.
Oh, it's really weird, yeah. But check it out,
Um,
folks. It's good shit, and if you
a lot of
already
fun.
support us on the Patreon, thank you. It does mean a lot, and we're going to be putting that money, I think, to use very soon, hopefully by the end of the year, as we hopefully transition into more YouTube and cameras and things like that. So the house, the condo, is almost done being set up. Just got to get the gaming table in here, which Adam's going to help me do next month. And then maybe we can start getting some tabletop gaming sessions on camera. We'll see. We're going to try. But we got plenty more in store for the YouTube channel now that we've got the OBS up and running. So lots of good stuff in the future. But I've talked enough. We've got plenty to do tonight, so let's hear from the cast, my good friends, the 4 reliable ones who actually show up to the show, except for the 2 of you last week. Don't worry, we talked shit about you 2 while you weren't here, as is expected. So
only one of us did.
We are a team, therefore we talk shit about them. But
none of this. I do it, and it's our fault. Bullshit. Okay,
it is
chill out.
Guilty by association.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, let's welcome back from Texas, Eric and Scaarr. Tell us who you're playing, and anything else the 2 of you would like to tell the listeners. And I'll let you guys fight over who gets to go first.
Let's say at the same time. By all means,
Try.
Eric.
I was gonna say I gotta remember who my character was. So that's right. I'm Dr. Lark.
That's
I'm
right.
the android who got pulled into the heart of darkness.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see what happens.
And what were you up to last week?
We're leaving now. I think we just left the heart.
You have left the heart, actually. We'll get to that in my recap, which thank God Kyle took notes, because I could not remember a damn thing you guys did. I was like, what the fuck happened 2 weeks ago? We had to miss a session last week, folks. We recorded something else, and I could not remember other than the very end of the session. I was like, I was reading Kyle's notes, was like going through a whole new game for me. I had no idea.
I remember going through all of like the heart and like explaining it all to everybody when they found me, but I don't remember what happened after that.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
See.
So
We'll see.
okay, cool.
I'm back this week.
Good. Well, we're happy to have you back. It's good for you to be here. So
Good to be back.
hell yeah! All right, Scaarr, what else is going on in Texas these days?
Yeah. Well, I'm playing Sergeant Noor Sajaad, who is in bad shape still, I believe. I'm on crutches with a gun. Perfect combination. I'm just trying to keep us from making a big mistake. As far as me, man, yeah, no, I for those that don't know, my town went through a historic cataclysmic storm last Friday. That was fun.
Oh
So,
yeah, your plans
storm-
got axed, right? Because of that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we get this historic storm Friday. I messaged Chris like, hey man, yeah, I'm not leaving anymore, and he was like, so are you playing tonight? No, we just got hit with like this awful storm.
I just didn't want you to feel left out because I could have fit you in if you wanted to play. That's all. I just needed to know because I was getting the OBS thing set up. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I invited another person here you've never heard of. No, I just wanted to make sure you knew you were invited. That's all.
I appreciate it. I probably picked up 2,000 shingles all up and down my street. Good. Other than that, sorry I didn't go to the Dr. Pepper or the original Dr. Pepper place.
Yeah, I was sad.
Factory.
I was like, oh man, that means he didn't go to
That's
Dr.
pretty cool.
Pepperland.
I've been there.
Thanks for the swag.
I'm still gonna go. I'm just a little bit later. But yeah, that's what's going on in my life. Still repairing and disassembling wreckage from that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was like 30 minutes too. That's the crazy thing. Just floored Houston.
Just
in
like
half an hour.
an F5 showed up for like a minute and tore up the whole town and then left. Yeah. Sucks, man.
Oh, I wish it was an F5. The storm was so hard and fast that it formed tornadoes from it. 2 tornadoes formed from that storm.
Damn.
So it was a storm and tornadoes.
Wow.
That was wild.
Crazy. All right. We didn't have anything near that here in Illinois. It's been just lots of rain, and the cicadas are beginning to emerge. So, but it's not the cicada apocalypse that we've been promised, so we'll see how that goes. Kyle, tell us about you and your pet cicadas that I'm sure you have.
Oh God, they're everywhere, dude. Yeah, it's pretty gross and loud outside, so that's been interesting. Yeah, I'm Kyle. I play Crash now, the artificial human.
That's right, because you won the bet.
And boy, is he in a sticky situation. Yes. Yeah, Professor Navarre is no more. He got clapped back in like 3-4 sessions ago.
Yep. Big rip for the old professor. Oh well.
R.I.P. dude.
Yep.
Are cicadas like bad? Are they like locusts where they eat crops or anything? Like, are they pests in any way?
They're just super annoying.
No, they're like
Yeah,
Because
I mean, we
it's
get them down
loud,
here
just
too.
gross.
they're part of the. They basically, because they're such a food source for so many other animals, that most other animal populations will see a boom in their populations because the food is so plentiful. And now, because there's two like broods emerging at the same time, there's even more of them. So it's like fucking buffet for everybody. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what animals
Have you
eat
seen
cicadas.
their grubs?
No.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but cicada grubs, I would try it. Looks pretty good.
Ew! Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo!
Okay.
I also ate a scorpion
Fucking-
in Mexico, so I obviously something's wrong with me.
Fucking people in Texas, man. Right? Am I right? No, that's gross. Disgusting. All right. Sean,
Goddamn.
tell me something that's not gross and disgusting.
Okay, I'm Sean. Hopefully I'm not gross and disgusting to you.
You are not.
Playing
You're not.
Professor Berger Hedenstrom. Yeah. He's trying to make sure people don't do anything dumb, and I don't know if he's succeeding. We'll see how this potentially last session goes.
Yeah. Yeah. It hasn't been great. So, yeah. Okay.
Is it the last session?
It might be. It might be. You decided to walk away while I was explaining that to everybody, so you'll have
I
to
was
watch
getting
the show. And oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Unless it's a Dr. Pepper, then not worth it. Anyway, I'm the Great Unclean One. I played Warhammer with our buddy Craig today, who you might hear from on the Discord channel every now and then. Go check out the pictures. It's good times. The Ogres finally got a W in the books. It's pretty exciting. Other than that, still kicking ass in Total War. Sean and I's game is finally our co-op campaign, really taking a turn. I had to bitch slap Karl Franz as another Empire faction, but he finally got his shit together, and now I control Altdorf. I am the new Empress, which is pretty amazing. And
Nice.
yeah, Skaven and Empire gun lines, so good. So,
Very disgusting.
So much fun. Oh, I can't wait till both of our armies get to fight together and just mow down with all the guns. Then we just got to get a dwarf faction to help us out, and we just have the ultimate gun line.
I don't know how a Skaven faction can get a dwarf faction to ally with them, but I'll try.
Well, if you're at war with the same faction as someone else, if they're nearby, they will act as a supporting army, and you'll join together. As long as you're not at war with that army, so the two of you will show up to go beat up on the common enemy.
Okay, that sounds a little dirty, but we'll try.
Yeah, what's even more dirty is if you do that, you have the AI go fight each other, and then you clean up the scraps so your army doesn't take any damage. Brilliant.
Sick.
Brilliant idea. Yep.
Tactical genius.
That's...
Sun Tzu, do less for more.
You got it. All right. Speaking of less with more or something, last we left, a whole lot of shit happened. So, to start off last session, one of the Perfected appeared again, making another demand for the 26 Draconis strain, making it very clear through a series of mental images that this was the last chance they were giving you. Otherwise, they were going to put an end to you guys. As this happened, the Proto-Hive completed transforming Erebus Station into an actual living creature. And the station itself let out a long, fetid sigh, breathed to life this blast of hot air that went through the entire station. At this point, Act 3 began, and the group all met back up, minus Dr. Lark, to decide what you wanted to do next. And ultimately, the group agreed that you needed to find a sample of the 26 Draconis strain so that Dr. Webb could complete the virus that he and Clerk had been working on. While this was happening, Dr. Lark, you continued to see your search inside the Chiron, the actual Heart of Darkness, and basically explored everything except one room, which was blocked off by a sleeping or hibernating deacon alien. You didn't feel like tangling with that by yourself. At this point, the group made their way down to Terminal 1, where everyone else finally got to lay eyes on the heart, and everybody had a bit of a freak out when they realized what this was. And the group had a bit of an argument as you guys contemplated how best to proceed. Eventually, Drabakowski putting on her suit, much to Sergeant Sajaad's argument to not use up her air, but she was not willing to risk getting contaminated at that point. At this point, you guys realize that the UPP destroyer, which Drabakowski had been communicating with, was probably going to try to dock with the station at some point, since you guys had agreed you would give them the data, and secretly you guys were deciding how to maybe take over the ship if things went south. At that realizing that if the vessel docked, it would probably get infected by the now living station, Crash and Drabakowski race back to Ops to try to warn the UPP vessel. Meanwhile, Hedenstrom and Sajaad entered the Heart, hoping to find a sample of the Draconis strain, and eventually crossed paths with Dr. Lark, who was on her way out. Completely covered in black spores and goo after Nevin disintegrated before her very eyes. But she seemed fine, believe it or not. At this point, you guys put on your suits very quickly, and the three of you decided to search the final room and actually pick a fight with the Deacon alien. And as Kyle's notes described, immediately started fucking up.
Yeah.
However, you did manage to basically stun lock the Deacon, and then Sajaad panicked so hard that she went berserk and beat the thing to death until it was no longer living. You then, Hedenstrom, realized that the spores and goo coating Dr. Lark might have samples of the 26 Draconis strain, and you took some samples of that and, isolated them, decided you guys could bring her back to the med lab and try to use that. Drabakowski and Crash managed to warn the UPP ship and convince them not to dock after some arguments, and the destroyer then confirmed they would be sending a dropship over to pick up Drabakowski and retrieve the Ironfish data. Unbeknownst to them, Drabakowski did not explain that you guys were planning to try to somehow take that ship over or get on that dropship, by force if necessary. At this point, Drabakowski asked Crash if there was any ways to destroy the station or perhaps send it into the black hole, just in case things don't work out with the UPP. He explained that you guys needed override codes to do this, and that Stykes was the only one that would have them. The two of them headed back to the med bay to interrogate Stykes, first with Drabakowski and then Crash kind of taking a stab at it, and you guys ultimately got him to reveal the override codes. At this point, Hedenstrom, Sajaad, and Dr. Lark, you headed back to the med bay to meet up with the others, and tried to get Webb to finish the virus. And while you guys started helping him with that and testing the samples, Crash and Drabakowski decided to go down to Terminal 2 to meet with the UPP dropship and see what the situation was going to be. However, just as the dropship arrived, not one, not two, but 3 of the squid babies, no longer squid babies, but full-grown trilobites, emerged and attacked the shuttle. The UPP commando team, which was an officer and 5 commandos, were slain to a man, systematically picked off one by one until only the officer remained. As she shouted and retreated, Drabakowski and Crash joined the commander, and the three of them fled from Terminal 2 away from the trilobites, who were making short work of the commandos and perhaps the shuttle. And that is where we left off. So, we will pick right back up there. Drabakowski, Crash, and now this UPP commando over on Deck G. You guys have retreated and made your way back to the assembly hall. We'll put you over there. And we put the UPP commando out here as well. I think she has a token. She does. Okay. Yes, so the three of you have escaped successfully. It does not seem like the alien creatures are chasing you at the moment. They seem content with murdering the other commandos. What would you like to do?
Is there a test I could roll, like a dice throw I could roll to see if Crash determines the probability of their survival?
Oh, and Crash, I believe you need to roll a dice because you witnessed an intense, stressful situation. I believe. Is that not in your rules now? With your programming glitch that happened?
Then yeah, that is true.
Okay. I believe you roll
let me
one
look
dice,
at,
and if you roll a 1,
where it
you
tells
do
me
a
that
system
it is.
shutdown. I believe is how it works.
Yeah.
All right, well, you
Yeah,
should
so
do
if I
that,
roll
because
a
if
one
you
on
shut
it,
down,
it'll
you're going to be
six.
stuck there while
So-
they... Okay, you're good. So, you don't shut down. You don't get stuck fighting 3 aliens. And the 3 of you eventually make it back here. You guys do know there's strong
yeah, I'm
radiation here,
definitely lagging.
so you probably don't want to stay here for too long. And we'll assume you guys have comms with the rest of the team, so the rest of the team, you guys can hear what sounds like absolute massacre going on, and you can hear the huffing and puffing as Drabakowski retreats, and now you probably eventually can get the comms of this UPP commander, who is a female. She's in a suit right now. She's in like full UPP commando armor, but pretty nondescript looking woman. Looks like she is potentially maybe Russian. I mean, she definitely looks Caucasian. She's not one of the Asian countries that make up the UPP. Although her name would suggest otherwise. I can't even fucking pronounce it with these crazy names in Alien. But she's got about shoulder-length black hair, and looks like she's probably in her 30s. Her name is Sub-Lieutenant Flugar. I don't know how to pronounce her first name because it's spelled C''NG. So if anybody knows how to fucking pronounce that, be my guest. So we'll just go with Flugar. So we will assume she gets on your guys' comm channel, or maybe Drabakowski or Crash gives her that, or comms her in, and you guys can hear, Drabakowski and the lieutenant, obviously, like, out of breath, and sounding a bit shaken and terrified. Even Crash probably sounds a little un-android-ish, with, he's probably with concern. And the commander, the lieutenant, she's like, what the fuck were those things? And eventually Drabakowski kind of gets her emotions in check. And she's like, I tried to warn ship. This place was infected. It's a good thing destroyer did not dock, or that would have been the whole ship gone. And at this point, the sub-lieutenant does not really seem like an enemy or your biggest concern at this point. Drabikowski would say to the group. She'd probably chime up to probably either Lark or Hedenstrom. She hasn't been getting along with Sajaad too much. Dr. Lark, do you read?
Yes, I'm here.
Commando team is dead. Only one survivor. Shuttle is compromised. The squid babies are no longer babies. We're coming back up to the medbay. And she looks to you, Crash, to kind of like, you know, let's go. And then she looks to the lieutenant, and she says, you'd probably want to join us if you want to stay alive. And she may start making her way up the ladder.
Yep, Crash will follow.
Okay. Well, we'll move it back on up to the medbay, everybody's favorite floor. And the group of you return. And now they have this lieutenant with them. Oops. There we go. Big party in the medbay.
Whoa, is this one of the UPP commandos?
Are you asking me or in game?
In game, and generally speaking.
Yes, and yes. Yeah, she introduces herself. She says, Sub-Lieutenant Lugar. And you can tell she's a bit shaken up.
Okay,
So we know what happened down there? Like,
we heard on our
was our
comms.
open? Yeah. Okay.
So,
So what's the
plan
next
here?
idea?
yeah.
Yeah.
Drabikowski says, the shuttle might still be operational, but there's no way we're getting to it right now.
Dr. Lark, did you tell us you went inside the heart? By the way, I can't recall.
Yeah,
Please
everybody
offer in
let
the
me in
heart.
there.
The two of you were in the heart with her.
We saw her in the heart.
Okay.
We explored it and killed
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, the deacon, we comboed it. Gave it the work.
Did you listen to the recap, or was I just talking for no reason? I don't do this.
Realized that was. I thought the heart was a smaller area. I didn't realize we were in the heart. I thought we were in
so
the vicinity of the heart.
just so we're clear, the Chiron, the missing science vessel of the Cronus, has transformed into the heart, and that's what you guys were inside. So you were exploring the Chiron, which now has mutated into the heart, which is now the heart of the entire station.
It does seem bigger when you look at the map than the available space in the Module 1 area, I will admit. But, yeah.
Well, that's just because it's hard to tell how big the space is on the actual
Right.
map. So,
Yeah.
yeah, not to
We
scale.
went in, we got some samples. Killed Deacon.
Have we analyzed
found
the
some
samples
drugs.
yet?
Yes, Dr.
Have
Webb
you
is
had a chance to?
Dr. Webb is doing that as this has all been going down.
Oh no, I mean saying that in character to Dr. Webb.
Oh, yeah, he's like, yes, Dr. Webb has been doing that. He speaks to himself in the third person now, like The
He is
Rock.
a little crazy. Occasionally he will speak. Yeah, it's not good.
He says, "Yes, I think this will work. I'll need to run a few more tests, but I think this will do it."
We haven't checked on the ship in a while. Maybe we could do that while we're trying to figure out what to do. We did leave our buddy up there with a bunch of convicts that were slightly hostile.
You can certainly do that if you'd like.
Who says that?
I'm saying that,
The game mother.
yes, as the narrator.
We're having in character, out character issues tonight. Okay. No, I say that in character. I'm not.
Oh, well. I mean, yeah, we could just reach out on the comms and see if everything's going well.
I opened comms. Back to the ship.
Thank you.
What's the status on the on the repairs? Because this is a security concern of mine.
Hello, Sergeant. Not good. Things are happening far too fast up here. The other prisoners have not returned. As I said not too long ago, I don't think we're going to be using the Cetorhina unless we do something extreme and we do something fast.
Give me examples of what is extreme and fast.
We get everybody up here within the next 10 minutes with all the supplies I need, and we start cutting the ship free, and we try to get out of here in the next hour.
Yeah, our numbers continue to grow. Well, actually, they don't grow. They've kind of been fluctuating. But I think we have an issue with cryopods still.
That is correct.
Cool. Do the inmates know this?
Well, we don't really need the cryopods if we just go to the UPP ship.
That's
just
true.
down the way.
That's very true.
But they then might throw us in prison or execute us. I don't know how that would go. And I would look at the UPP sub-lieutenant.
It looks like she's about to say something, and then Drabakowski just gives her like a look of daggers, like, you better fucking be willing to help us. You could just you just see it in her eyes. And the sub-lieutenant says, I can get this on board, but if we don't have shuttle, then I'm not sure how we would get to ship.
Okay.
What was the last location of the inmates before you stopped hearing from them? Because they were going to get the supplies, weren't they?
That would be a question for Dr. Lark.
That's true.
We're gonna look at Dr. Lark now.
But I don't. Something
supplies.
tells
I
me
assumed they
Dr.
would have
Lark
come
doesn't
back.
know.
Yeah, I mean, she
assumed they
told
would've
you. She
come
was
back.
like, yeah, we split up. I had to go check on some stuff, and they went. You haven't heard from him since.
They went their
Maybe
own
we
way.
should split up, and a group should go check on that. Maybe.
I'm not sure we should keep splitting up.
Well, we might have to go get the necessary supplies to go cut the Cetorhina out, right? So
I'm
I think we
also
just-
not exactly mobile. I
a good point.
I would probably just be good watching the door with the doctor to make sure something weird doesn't get through, and giving him time to escape, I guess, because I don't know what the hell. Wait, I did just smash one to death.
Yeah, I feel you're like you got this. But we should probably just consider the inmates lost cause.
Well,
and
my
focus on
concern
our
isn't
own
so much the
survival.
inmates. It almost it's kind of. I mean, I hate to say it, but it would benefit us if something happened to them, because that was a little bit of a sticky situation. But we still need the supplies that they were going to get.
Right? Yeah. So we should go get those supplies and then get to the Cetorhina, cut it out, and escape. Right? Within 10 minutes is what he said. So we kind of need to make a decision and go chop chop.
Anybody who would like may give me an observation test.
Cool.
Also, while this conversation is going on, everybody can reduce their stress by 1.
Then I would not have panicked. But I kept it together.
I see nothing.
1 success.
Okay. Hedenstrom, you can, as you guys are discussing this, you can see that the sub-lieutenant has kind of moved away from the group, and you can tell that she's on her comms.
I'll nudge Grabakowski and kind of like point over, like, you hear what she's saying?
Oh, you see Drabakowski notices now, too, and she says, Comrade, care to share with rest of class? And you see, like, Lugar, like, kind of looks over her shoulder at you. and she says, what the hell's the name of the ship? She says, Snova Traknu is asking for status update. I'm simply filling them in.
Okay. And what did you tell them?
I told them that commando crew is dead and I am only survivor, and shuttle might be compromised.
Okay.
And then you hear, you can see she's like listening. And then she kind of looks at Drabakowski and she says, they plan to dock to get Ironfish data, and if not, they're going to nuke station.
Why did I have a feeling that was coming?
Cool. Okay.
And then this starts like another argument, mostly between her and Drabakowski, like, the ship cannot dock. You saw what you just saw what we're dealing with. Whole station will rip ship apart. Or infect it. And they start arguing back and forth, and then it's more chaos.
Word.
I'll save you all the joy of me arguing with myself as like 4 different NPCs.
Right. Nice. Can we just go quickly show her like the?
What about a spacewalk?
Oh. Spacewalk to where?
UPP vessel, right?
Like,
Robot?
yeah,
This is Drabakowski, by the way.
correct.
That's not
Okay.
a bad idea.
Do we have enough spacesuits? I've got mine on.
Drabakowski and Fluger do. I don't think you have one for Stykes or for Hobbs. I'm pretty sure Dr. Webb doesn't have one. I think we've established that Dr. Lark no longer has one.
I don't think
Crash?
Dr. Lark had one at all.
Yeah, Crash, I don't think you have
I
one
didn't end
either.
up getting one.
Yeah.
Is it on your
No.
inventory?
I don't
Would
fully
Crash
need
have?
it.
Oh, let me check. Would he have access to that information though? That if he knows where any is?
Oh yeah, they're all over the station. You just gotta find the little things on the map.
I want to just point one thing out with
Yeah.
the spacewalk. We saw one of these. Do we know when we had the vision and everything like that they refer to themselves as the perfected?
Yes. Between the notes and the visions, you know that is what they are called.
I just want to remind you that we know that the dragon, I mean, the perfected, can go out in space and apparently somehow navigate.
Good point.
We don't even know if the squid babies, no longer babies, can go out into the vacuum of space.
Okay.
So true.
Yep. So maybe.
And you know
then-
the whole black hole thing, and the station keeps kind of moving thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I
Everybody
wanna go
should
out
make
there.
a mobility test as the
No.
station gets
Oh.
rocked by gravitational forces once again.
Damn you,
Oh.
John!
Open my big mouth.
God damn!
Wait, teacher, we had homework.
Whoa, 4 out of 4? Are you
Hedenstrom
are
is the
you a
chosen one.
gymnast of Olympic
Apparently.
level?
Or somebody give me a success, please.
I give one to Sajaad,
You got plenty to hand out.
and then I use the other two to impress the UPP member and Webb.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so people go flying all over the place. It looks like most of you passed. Looks like the only one who failed is your newest NPC.
Oh, I'll give them one then, so that they don't take damage and die, and we lose our way onto the UPP.
All right, you catch her. I mean, you guess she probably can take a bit of a beating, but she's not used to the station getting rocked like this.
Sure.
Webb's like, it's getting worse.
We're running out of time. Can we just try to use our own ship to get to the UPP ship? We know that's like, it's our ship. We know what's in it. We know it's safe. We know there's less variables. We're running out of time.
At that, Gray would then chime in and say, well, then you need to get down to those supplies and get them up here, and we need to get to work immediately. These things... The ship is merging with the station. I don't even know if we can cut it out at this point.
Ooh. Does the ship have like escape, or does the station have like escape pods?
Drabikowski immediately looks over to Crash. And I immediately start frantically looking through my notes, because I don't know the answer to that question.
Damn you, Sean.
I think there are, but let me... There are. If everyone wants to look at Deck I,
think there are.
The lower tower, there are EEV lifeboats. Let's see what those actually entail.
Looks like only 8. How many of us are there?
I'm trying to see.
Well,
Well, it says
like
lifeboat
10 people,
bays.
right?
Oh, okay. I was like,
I would
is this like
assume.
a one-person thing, or
It's like a drop pod, or like a Helldiver's pod. How does this work?
This might be a rulebook question to see exactly what this EEV is. Because like the EEV in Alien 3, right? It had all 4 people on board when it ejected from the Sulaku. So I think we can assume it holds more than one person. Keep arguing while I see if I can get an answer to that.
So we have escape pods. We have the potential ability to cut our ship out, maybe. And then the other option is spacewalk. And the third option is slowly float into the black hole and be crushed into minuscule atomic matter.
It sounds like we have a plan A, B, and C. I'm not sure about your plan D. I'm not sure I'm too
This is
keen
just
on
an
that
option
one.
in case we fail at all the other ones.
You forgot plan E, getting nuked by the UPP.
Good point. Good point. F, get torn to bits by those squid adolescents. Yeah, so kind of thinking A or B is the option here.
Why don't we start with A? I'm a big fan of A. Start with A because I want our ship.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, we can't pull out. Let's get to the lifeboats.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to split into teams? Do we all want to go as one big group?
Oh, hang on a minute. Weren't you working on some kind of vaccine that would kill the organic material on the ship? Or she kind of looks over at...
Webb and I were working together to finish the virus.
Yeah.
That's going to kill him. Yeah. I think he's still working on it.
I'm pretty sure we can make the virus, Dr. Professor. It'll take a little time, but we can make it.
Okay.
Well, if the virus
Sweet.
gets manufactured, we use it, we'd be able to get the ship free, right? Theoretically, it would stop consuming the ship.
Depends how badly the ship has been damaged or contaminated, but at least we can put an end to this. Stop it from spreading. I mean, if we kill the station, then in theory we can get to the UPP ship. It should be able to dock.
Yeah.
And then this doesn't spread to anything else.
How long is it going to take you to make sure we have a strain of... What's the strain called again?
The Draconis strain.
The Draconis strain.
I mean, I can whip something up probably in less than an hour that we can try to test. And if it works, maybe if we're all working on it, it'll be faster.
Okay.
We just need to decide how we want to distribute it.
There we go. We got a plan. Scientists stay here. I'll watch the door. Everybody else try to get supplies and get the ship ready while they're working on it.
If the virus doesn't work, then we cut the ship free and we escape. Right? We have to keep Drabkowski and our new UPP friend alive so that we can get on the UPP ship and not nuked from orbit. Sound like a plan?
Like we have to think like this is a living, like we're inside a body, right? The squid babies are white blood cells. They attack the foreign body that attached to the body.
Okay.
Fire seems like the smartest way to go.
Yeah.
Drabikowski seems to agree with this. Fluger is quiet. She seems to be kind of observing and taking this all in.
Okay. Well, Grace said 10 minutes.
So,
No one else says.
Crash, Dr. Lark, Drabikowski, Sykes, everybody else.
Yeah.
You guys go get the materials. Wherever they are.
Hobbs is like, you're gonna let this motherfucker go after what he did? We're gonna have to babysit his ass too.
Okay. What? Do you want him just to stay up here?
Well, fuck this guy. He can leave him to these fucking monsters. I don't give a fuck what happens to him.
I really don't care. You can do whatever you want with the previous warden. I don't care.
Hobbs kind of looks to you, Crash, like it's your decision, and he's willing to help you guys go get the supplies. So he's like just ready to like leave and be like, "Fuck this guy."
Meat shields are always useful.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Crash would say leave him and Mr. Hobbs accompany us.
He's knocked out right now, right? If I recall correctly.
No, he's awake now because they had to interrogate him to get the override codes. You guys don't know that they got the override codes, but he is awake now.
Yeah, thoroughly restrained.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
So John's gonna double check the restraints because she's not gonna be able to deal with him if he gets out.
Yeah, he's restrained. We can imagine he's probably giving you dirty looks, or maybe he says something along the lines of, like, to kind of protest this, but he also seems like he's kind of given up, like, you guys are all doomed anyway.
Yeah.
I give him a wink when he looks at me ugly.
Weird, but okay.
Weird flex.
I mean, been weird. Kind of my MO at this point.
I know. I'm just trying to see where you guys have to go to get the repairs for the stuff. The machine room and plasma relay stations, which I believe are on the factory level H, deck H. Yes. That's where you guys met the prisoners. Basically, that area is where the stuff is.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm sorry, one more time, who is going there?
I think everybody but me, Webb, and Sajaad. And
I'd stay with the
Sykes.
group this time.
Dr. Lark, where are you going?
I'm going with.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and follow them this time.
Okay, so we
Instead of
got...
letting them become food for whatever ate the other
I
prisoners.
won't wander off.
So Sajaad, Webb, and Hedenstrom, along with Stikes, are staying in the medbay.
Yeah.
And then Fluger, Drabikowski, Hobbs, Lark, and Crash are going to go try to get the supplies.
Works for me.
Okay. That is it then. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So the group of you begin to make your way down to deck, all the way down to deck H. So you guys got a few areas to go through here. I don't think there's any... There is one area of extreme radiation you have to go through. So I am going to need mobility tests, otherwise you're going to take a rad point for going through that. And then I will put you guys on this map here. Let me get everybody's tokens out. Okay, so we got Lark, Drabikowski, Crash, Hobbs, and Fluger. Okay, so how do I do this with radio? Do I press Do I just put a point on it, or do I press... Oh, no, I'm sorry, we're doing mobility. That's right. Sorry. Okay. How's everybody doing on their mobility tests here?
I took a rat damage.
Okay. The NPCs all passed. So they are fine. Okay. So, you guys make your way down here, and you get into this, this massive central hub where these reactor rods are, and then you guys can make your way... or no, there's these side passages which you took last time to get over here. So you guys make your way through there, through some tunnels, through some openings. The stench of the fire that you put out a while ago is still thick in the air, and you can see there's fire damage in some places here, but it didn't spread to the entire deck. You eventually make your way to the machine room where the prisoners had been staying, and you find a horrifying sight. You are greeted by you see 4 individuals. Was it 4 prisoners that were with you, Eric? Do you remember?
That sounds right.
It's like 3 to 5. We'll say 4.
Yeah. There's a couple.
So you see the 4 of them. They are down here. One of them is on the ground, and you see the other 3 are grabbing this prisoner. And when you guys get close, you guys kind of turn this corner, you can see that all of them have mutated. All of them have the dark black veins. All of them have like the partially elongated heads, the milky white eyes. They look very similar to what happened to Captain Lugar.
Yeah.
You can tell they've been infected by something. 3 of them are basically trying to pull the 4th one apart. And you see that they eventually rip 3 of its limbs off, 2 legs and 1 arm, leaving just a torso with another arm. And the one on the ground is still twitching about, trying to flail and fight. And then the other 3 begin to start devouring the limbs they've grabbed and just start munching down on them. There's black blood all over the place, on the floor, the walls, covering these creatures in their jumpsuits. And you see the last one, that's with the 1 arm, begins grabbing chunks of its own intestines and starts trying to shovel them into its own mouth. All of you gain a point of stress that are down here. And I am going to need...
Am I gotta do my test?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to need a mobility roll for them to not notice you as you guys stumble upon this. Okay, Drabikowski gets 4 successes. Wow. That's pretty good. And... ooh. The lieutenant, not so much. Alright. Crash, you're fine. Your thing didn't go off. And then I need mobility from the 2 of you as well, please.
Sorry.
You and, Lark.
But didn't work for some reason.
You're not very mobile, are you?
My button's not working. Nope. That won't work.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Luckily, because of her 4 successes, there is enough for Drabakowski to give one out to everybody who failed. So, I think we can assume she's probably leading the group at this point. And you guys come around the corner, and she puts her arms out like this to stop you guys from, like, walking into the room. And you guys kind of, almost Three Stooges, like, clump into one another, but you don't make any noises, and then you guys see this happen. The monsters have not noticed you, and Drabakowski backs you all up, back around the corner. And she looks to you, Crash, and she's like, is there another way? She's whispering, is there another way into the room? Otherwise, we're going to have to deal with all of those things.
Do we have a workaround?
You could try going around the long way. You have to basically go back out here and then through these tunnels and come around. You guys are all standing. You basically will say you came down this ladder over here, and you're trying to get to these rooms. When you come around this corner here is where you see them.
Okay.
So you'd have to go around the far left-hand side of the map and come around this way and come through the other side. You're still going to be near them, but maybe you guys can pull it off.
I think Crash would turn to Drabakowski and say, we have less than 10 minutes. It's now or never.
Is it going to take us longer to fight through them or go the long way?
She says, it took 4 of us to put down Captain, and you want to fight 4 of them? Hobbs like, are you fucking crazy, Holmes? It's like, I don't even have a fucking weapon. Or he's got like the one stun grenade you gave him, whatever. I think he has a stun baton, right? He's like, I'm not gonna fight those fucking things with this.
Well, I guess Crash would can go with the community then, and we can go.
Unless you guys have another suggestion. I mean, that's how they're gonna react, you know. Drabakowski's seen these things in action, so you know you guys have. The rest of you haven't.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go then.
Okay. So you guys begin making your way around, sneaking around to the other side. It takes some time, but you're able to get around to the side. Fortunately, the equipment you guys have to get is some big, bulky stuff. It's not easy to move, and it's certainly not easy to move and try to be quiet with. So, to make it simple, we'll need one more mobility test from everybody as a stealth roll here, as you guys try to gather up what you need and get enough of it so you don't have to come back down here. Assume you guys are over on the north side of the map here. I knew Drabakowski's luck was going to run out at some point. She's just got too much stress. Drabakowski panics, but she's only trembling, and she does actually pass the test. However, it is Crash who fucks up here. You pick something up off one of these tables, and as you back up, your foot hits some sort of canister, like a fuel canister. It's about the size of a small, like portable fire extinguisher, like one you'd have in your house. And it tips over, and it rolls out of the room, and it's deafening. Even though it's not that loud, it's so quiet down here. You guys can hear these things munching on the other thing at the end of the hall. And we hear a clink and the sound of it rolling down the hall, and then it hits the wall. And then you hear this awful shriek as these things scream and squeal like something out of 28 Days Later, and they come rushing down the hall. Meanwhile, back in the med bay, you guys are furiously working on this virus.
Right.
You, between the group of you, especially you and Webb, Hedenstrom, you get something that seems to work. The initial test seems to kill the sample you have, and it seems to be successful. And he kind of like slaps you like on the side of the arm, you know, and he's like, "That's it. I think it's gonna work." And he's like, "We just got to decide how we wanna administer this." And he kind of looks to you and to Sajaad for suggestions.
Wait, so, okay, you confirmed that we have a Dracona strand and that the virus is killing it in your test?
Yes, and what he's done is he's got, we'll say he's using a syringe, and he puts it into a petri dish where they have a sample of the hive, and you see, like, it starts to turn black, and it's clearly dying.
Wow.
Okay.
He's like, Clerk was right all along. This is it. This will do it. It has to.
How had you guys theorized on dispersing it before?
We hadn't gotten that far, unfortunately. We were concerned on making something, but
Okay. Can we put it into like air filtration and just pump it throughout the station that's not vented?
He starts to like nod his head slowly. He's like, "Yeah, I think that would work. I hadn't even thought about that. That's brilliant."
I am a doctor, professor, PhD, you know.
But we
We
will
probably need more.
Well, I think the other issue is it's going to expose everyone to it, unless they're in suits.
Okay, so it's poisonous to us too?
Well, it does contain strands of the Draconis strain. I can't guarantee it's not still, it's safe.
Gotcha. Yeah, then I guess they just need to get to suits. Right? That's the only, unless... Can we put it in, is there like a sprinkler system we can put it in, and then we'll activate all the sprinklers from, operations and hit every room, I guess.
Wait, where's how much do we have left of this Dracona strain?
I mean, there's a few samples here, and there's everything Dr. Lark was covered in. I'm sure there's more we could recover from her.
That's true. What are the samples in right now?
Lark,
out of character.
Dr. Lark also
they're...
picked up separate samples.
Yeah, we'll assume they're in, like, petri dishes or test tubes or vials or something like that.
It's just us and the two doctors in here right now. Or me and the two doctors and in the room right now.
And Stykes, yeah.
But
Stykes. Right.
He's basically on the floor. I assume. Well, we'd have to ask Kyle, but I think they bound his arms behind his back.
I think so.
And he's just like sitting on his ass in the corner, kind of mumbling to himself.
Crushed his larynx, you know.
Shocked his larynx.
Yeah.
I haven't used this all game. But on her side, she's going to slowly raise her service pistol up at Webb.
Oh shit! He like looks up and puts his hands up. He's like, "Sergeant,
Both of you back there, please. Both you against the wall, please."
He looks to you, Hedenstrom, like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
You just please. You have to trust me.
Did you have a gun pointed at me?
I'm doing this.
He's backing up. He's
I'm
terrified.
trying to save you both. I'm trying to save all of us.
What?
She slowly walks over with a gun pointed at you both and grabs the remaining samples of Draconis.
Sergeant, what are you doing? What are you going to do with these?
She stows those and with her other hand grabs her stun baton and destroys everything else.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see what Dr. Webb does because he's not a fighter, but he obviously doesn't want this to happen. I'll make a private roll here, and I'll let you decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think an empathy test makes sense here to see if he cares enough to put himself in danger to try to stop this. If he passes, he's gonna try to do something.
Right.
But before I make that roll, Sean, what do you do as this happens?
Hedenstrom is gonna watch, and then if Webb does anything, he's going to attack him with the stun baton.
You're gonna attack Webb with a stun baton?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh wow. Wow, this is fucked up. I love it. Okay.
This is taking a turn.
Dr.
Yep.
Webb passes, also panics, but keeps it together. You see, he looks to you, Hedenstrom, like what do we do? And then he's like, no! And he dives at Scaarr, or at the sergeant. So, I think we should roll initiative here because everybody's kind of acting at the same time.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative. And this is brilliant. I did not expect this to happen. Okay. Dr. Webb, I need to get you on the... How do I do... There we go. I'll put Stykes on here just in case it matters. I don't think it will, but, you know.
Oh shit, studs.
Wow, we all go at the same time.
Sergeant Sajaad, well done getting on the initiative tracker and not needing us to do it for you. I'm not being facetious. I am proud of you. Good job. Good job. Okay, so Stykes is watching in shock and confusion, what the fuck is happening? Webb is next. Webb is going to try to basically tackle. I don't think he has a weapon, so I think he's just going to tackle. Unless he has a weapon. No, he doesn't. So, yeah, he's going to try to tackle you. I'm going to do a close combat attack. So, if you wish, you can try to block by sacrificing one of your fast action, if you'd like.
Nerdy scientist attacking me with 8 armor.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's up to you. But it's going to be a close combat.
I'll see how this one plays out.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we need a little bit more exciting music here.
Just wait and see, you know.
Let's do that. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
He panics again and gets nervous twitch. However, at this point, I don't think I'm going to consider you guys allies of his. So I'm not going to make your stress go up.
I would like to see him having first twitch. I don't think that would stress me out.
So we'll increase
His
his.
failure is my success. I like that.
However, he does pass with 2 successes. So he's going to tackle you, around the waist. He knocks you up against the table. Your lower back hits the table, and he's going to use his other success to make you drop one of the items. So we're going to say he knocks the gun out of your hand, and it goes skidding across the floor. And he shouts to Hedenstrom. He's like, "Doctor, help me!" And it is now Hedenstrom's turn.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go walk up with my stun baton and aim at the back of his skull.
He sees you coming like, "What are you doing?" Make your attack.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Failure.
would you like to push?
It's the push. Yeah, obviously.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay, so you hit him.
Close.
He doesn't have any armor, so he makes a stamina test, correct?
Yep.
And he takes 1 point of damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, Dr. Webb, the nerd, he has 0 in stamina. But, oh, and he's only got 2 strength. What a boss! The adrenaline is coursing. You hit him, and it's like you see him get zapped, and he like kind of gets shocked, but the adrenaline just takes it right off. He's not affected. But he looks terrified, because he's like, oh shit.
As he should be.
Sajaad. And I'm going to increase his stress by 1 because he was attacked by somebody that he thought was an ally. I think that's appropriate here.
That's fair. That's fair.
This could go badly. She's gonna say, "I don't want to hurt you," and then she tries to hurt him with some of the time.
You are grappled right now, so you need to make an opposed. You need to make an opposed close combat to break free, because he's got your.
Okay.
He's grappled you. So, let's see.
Nice.
Oh my goodness! Look at all this shit. Webb gets 1 success and panics. Gets -2 agility. Sajaad gets 2. You break the grapple. You still have a fast action, if you'd like.
I'm engaged with him right now, aren't I?
Yeah. Plus, you can't really move much because you're on the crutches, right?
I don't know what fast I could really do here. Can I pick up the gun?
It's too far away. You'd have to move.
Okay.
Skid across the floor.
Well, yeah, I don't really have a fast that's applicable here.
Okay.
You could shove him.
Can you with a fast?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. I don't have the
Looking
action.
at fast actions right now.
Okay.
Run, move, get up, draw weapon, block attack,
Fast action.
shove, or grapple.
I'll shove him with a close combat, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm just checking. Yep. Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Is it opposed or is it just a straight or shove? I just saw it. I don't think it's opposed. Okay.
She shove him away and just keeps repeating, "I don't want to hurt you."
Okay, you knock him back. Since you're not like trying to actively hurt him, he just like gets thrown back away from you. You're not engaged anymore. At the top of the turn,
You can knock him to the ground with a stunt, by the way.
if you want to use your stunt, but you might hurt him.
Yeah,
man,
no,
if you-
you're right.
So it's up to you.
But when is a shove or hurt? Can I can't. I need to pull this up and stop asking.
If you,
guys, I'm
if you,
I'll knock
you
him
could
to the
use
ground
a point
though,
of
for sure.
Yeah, you could use a point of stunt to do damage with the shove, or
Knock him prone.
like knock him down. Yeah.
Okay, we'll say you knock him prone. He
I'll knock
doesn't.
him down.
Okay, and he hits his head and dies. No, I didn't mean to hurt you. I promise.
His neck hits a chair at just the right angle and snap.
Yeah, very sharp corners. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's prone.
What's that movie? I want to say Bill and Ted, but it's Tucker and Dale versus Evil or something like that. He keeps like, accidentally killing all these kids.
Pushing the kid into a fucking wood chipper.
We have
Great
had
movie
a
if you haven't
doozy of
seen
a
it.
day.
At
I believe
initiative,
these kids just keep killing themselves on our property.
at initiative 1, Stykes gets up and bolts for the door.
I thought he was restrained.
Well, his arms are restrained, but you guys never restrained his legs. Remember, they just put zip ties on his hands. Am I correct, Kyle?
I don't remember.
I thought someone was carrying
Yeah,
him.
I don't.
Well, they were carrying us. He was knocked
I
out.
don't
Remember?
know.
Because he got stun batoned in the throat.
Right.
So
okay.
he's moving out of engaged range, is what I'm hearing.
He was never in engage range. He's in the corner. He gets up and runs for the door, and then he's like he's hitting the button with his shoulder to
Aren't
open
we
it.
by the door? Because Sajaad was going away towards the door, and then he got charged by Dr. Webb.
That's what he's doing. I'll let you guys decide how you want to handle that. He gets to the door and he opens it by smashing it with his elbow because his arms are behind his back. Okay.
Cool.
He's a pussy like guy who doesn't care about anybody but himself, and he's also slightly homicidal and suicidal at this point. So, Dr. Webb
That's sad.
Yep, that's rough.
grabs the gun And he's going to take a shot at probably Sajaad, I think.
Okay.
Try to be a good person.
I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, what gun did you have that he knocked out of your hand? Let's start there.
I had the Rexum RXF M5 EVA pistol.
Okay, I was like, please tell me it was the shock gun.
But
Okay.
Chris,
Out
is
of
he
ammo.
is
I
he
do
getting
have that,
up
but that's
and picking up the weapon?
I'm sorry?
Is he getting up and picking up
No,
the weapon?
he's on the ground. He grabs the pistol. He points it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna roll to see who he shoots at because I think at this
Yeah.
point he realizes he's in danger. So I'll just roll high, Hedenstrom, low, Sajaad.
Okay.
Hedenstrom.
Easy.
He points the gun at you. Now he is panicking though. He's got -2 agility, so he's
Yeah.
and he fires. And I can't. Oh wait, I need to make it active. I'm like, I can't press the button. Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Domed.
He hits and does 2 damage.
Okay.
Do you have any armor?
Yeah, I've been wearing my fucking armor the whole time.
Is this thing armor piercing?
Oh, let me check.
It is.
Yeah, I think the pistol is, so I have to re-roll that.
Oh man,
Piercing.
this is.
Oof.
Okay, you take 2 points of damage, and
Okay.
you're going to gain a point of stress because it's the first point of damage you took in this combat.
Okay.
And I mean, you've been shot. I think that makes sense.
Understandable. Yeah. Oh no.
I thought this guy was a nerd.
He's surprisingly accurate.
All right, Hedenstrom, it is your turn.
Okay. He shot me, so I'm gonna pull out my knife now.
Oh, fuck.
Try to hit him with the knife. Is there any benefit since he's prone?
Probably. Let's check.
Got fucking real.
It really is, dude. This is brutal. I would say I will give you a +2 because he's prone.
Cool.
Most games have that, but this game doesn't seem to have it. But
2 successes.
okay, he will
So-
try to block.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he can't. He used both of his actions because he grabbed the gun and he shot.
Yeah.
We won't worry with his actions for next turn. So you stab him.
Oh, God.
Please roll a critical injury. Actually, I should put it on his character sheet just in case.
Right. So I guess I would use my because it does 2 damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll use the stunt to switch our initiative, so I go first next round.
Oh, that's dirty. That's so dirty. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, rolling the critical. Bleeding gut. You stab him right in the stomach, and he, like, his eyes go wide with shock, and he looks so confused and scared and terrified and shocked, and he'll bleed out in a shift. In 8 hours, he'll bleed out.
It definitely goes way quicker than that.
Yeah,
90%
for
sure.
Yeah, we're in the 40s too. But yeah, you stab him and he's broken. So he's still alive, but he's like, he tries to, like, he's got his hands on your wrist, and he just starts to go limp. And the gun, like, hits the ground, and he's breathing heavily, and he's holding his wound. Sajaad, I mean, combat's over unless you're gonna do something about Stikes. But it is your turn.
Do something about Stikes.
Sajaad is gonna go grab the gun.
Okay.
And she's not worried about Stikes. She's gonna point it at Hedenstrom. No, stop! Don't hurt him!
He shot me.
Stop! Well, just stop. And that's what she's gonna do with her turn.
Stikes runs out the door and disappears down the hall. Hedenstrom. What do you do?
I guess I stand up and put my hands up. We
The
need
knife
to
away.
give.
We need to administer first aid.
He shot me. Fine.
He's
put him in the
scared.
fucking. Okay. We'll put him in the fucking med thing.
The auto dock.
The auto dock.
This is great.
Okay, but we need to get the Draconis 26 to the perfected, or they're gonna kill us all. Right?
She looks at you like, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Let's put him in the auto dock. He'll survive. It's got 8 hours, I guess.
I wasn't kidding. I'm trying to save you.
Okay, yeah, listen. Oh, great, okay. I don't know what Stykes is going to do with his hands bound, but probably not great. But, yeah, we'll take him to the auto dock.
I mean, he might as well have just killed himself.
Okay, so question.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just Hedenstrom doing this because Sajaad is on crutches and Sajaad's probably holding you at gunpoint.
I guess.
No, gun's still in hand, but not at gunpoint. But she is helping as much as she can.
Yeah, okay, we can't stretch it more. You're not even supposed to be able to move.
I go to the pod and I open it with my free hand.
Okay, that you can do, but you can't like lift him. Okay, as this is happening, Webb, you can hear him muttering, and he looks to you. He's like, you can't. Don't let him. Don't give it to them. You're gonna kill us all. You've got to release the virus.
Right, okay, yeah.
You put him in the auto dock.
Put him in, and then close it, and then...
Do you
I
activate
was
it?
going to say the hive has to survive Webb.
Give me medical aid. And it's going to be... It's 8 dice. If I recall, I think it's a medical aid test using 8 dice. So roll 8d6.
Oh. Don't use my medical aid?
Well, I think you can do one of two. You can make the test and get a bonus, or you can have the machine do it automatically. If the machine does it, it's 8 dice.
Yeah, we'll just have the machine do it.
Okay, so just roll 8 dice. Okay, I guess we can stop the combat music. That was the fastest combat ever.
2 successes.
Okay, you see it start to go to work. It's fixing up his wound with the little laser, just like in Prometheus. And it stabilizes him. We'll say he's out of commission for the moment, though, considering what he just went through. But he's inside. His hand is on the glass, leaves a nice bloody handprint, and you can hear him from inside. It's a little muted, but he's basically pleading with you guys, like, do not give them the strain.
Okay. I'll turn to Sajaad. I'm going to put the strain in the air, and that'll just give it to all the perfected, and then they'll let us go.
I think we need to take it into the heart.
Don't release it into the air. You're gonna infect everyone.
Okay, now that he said that, I think we should do that.
Okay, yeah, because it was originally in the heart, and they couldn't get to it. I don't know why. That's why they wanted us to go get it. So,
well, didn't the doctor say he was in some kind of pod or something, and then he melted?
Yeah.
When he opened the pod?
Guy melted.
Wait. What's your angle here?
To not get killed by the perfected and the giant squid monsters. What's your angle? A little bit ago, you almost called
obvious to you all what's going on.
Again, I'm gonna be
we
honest.
We watched one go into space.
Yes.
This is big. This is like the judgment of God. Those are angels. How do you not see what's going on?
I just didn't think you were a believer.
It wasn't an act. I got this book as a joke, practically, on a job. But it's all making too much sense.
Well, they are the perfected. They're the perfect beings.
Hedenstrom,
become like them.
Hedenstrom, you're a man of science. Don't
we
listen to
gas
her.
On to make him sleep.
Just a little. We're having an important.
It's not funny, but it is funny too. Like it's.
We should probably move this conversation out of here because the others are probably going to come back.
If I will just point out, if you guys want, you could do something on the pod to like knock him out, or you could potentially even sabotage it to kill him if you wanted to be honest. But
no, that was in character. Like as he was trying to reason with Dr. Hedenstrom, she would say, "Can we knock him?"
Yeah.
Boop, boop,
No,
boop,
I
and
totally. Yeah. So we'll assume you could, dope him up with a bunch of morphine or something, or something to knock him out.
We should.
We just see on the screen, and he just passes out.
We should tell the rest of the crew something, in case they do get back.
We should just go put the Draconis in the air filter.
I mean, we can talk while we go. We can say maybe that Stykes got loose and stabbed Webb.
Oh, that's a good point.
And we're going to chase him.
That's great. We should do that, yeah. And first, let's go put this in the air filter, and then we can tell them while we're doing that. And then we should leave and maybe go somewhere they can't find us.
Oh man,
this turned out much better than I thought.
This is awesome.
The doctor stabbed, but I understand.
I was trying to knock him out, but then he shot me. So
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's go, and then we go to the air filtration system at life support, I guess.
All right, I think this is a great place to take our break, as this is all going down. So. We'll be back, listeners and viewers. Get yourself some Dr. Pepper. I don't think you're going to want to miss whatever the fuck's going to come next. So we will be back in a few.
Boys.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But fucking bag of beef jerky is expensive, man. Sometimes like $20 for a bag.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
and
just,
finding one with no
your own
sugar
meat.
added.
Yeah, well, that's the task with all food these days, right? Anyway, listeners, we're back. I still don't have Dr. Pepper. I still have Mr. Root Beer, IBC.
How's it going?
You down with IBC? Yeah, you know me. That's right. I know pop culture references. Hello, fellow.
Among Us, apparently.
Hello, fellow kids.
Good old Steve Buscemi.
Great man. National treasure, one might say. Anyway, we're back. Serious faces. All right, game time. We just had actually quite crazy dramatic shit happen. However, as this is going on, as you guys are dealing with Webb, you would hear over your comms lots of screaming and panic as we go back to the factory where not one, but 3 1/4 abominations are attacking the group. And as we determined last time, they don't actually have these in this module for some reason. Which is stupid, by the way, Free League.
Yeah.
You failed me for the last time.
Does Free League actually set up these Foundry modules, or is this like community driven?
No. These are purchased ones that are done professionally. Yeah, if they're purchased, again, they're not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but if you've got the potential for something to happen, you should have it. And if I had the other stuff installed, it wouldn't be a problem. It's just I don't, which maybe I should. We'll do that when we get to the next campaign. Anyway, I will just put a random couple tokens out here, a couple 2-tree tokens, and let's see. What can we use? We'll just put a regular old alien out here, just so we have some tokens. I'll only put 3, because let's be honest, the one that's been torn apart is not going to,
I have a hard time moving.
Yeah, unless you go fight it. So, I think we're going to need some initiative here. As I mostly play the game by myself, because there's way too many NPCs in this fucking game. Okay, Hobbs, Drabakowski. We'll have all the monsters go at the same time, obviously, to make that. I'm not putting fucking 3 of them on the initiative track. We'll be here all night. Okay. And we need something a little more intense for this. Alright. Okay. So, at initiative 1 is the abominations. So, you guys are in a room bringing stuff out. This oxygen tank or fuel tank has rolled and made a bunch of noise, and you guys can hear these things screeching as they come down the hall. They're all going to spend their first turn just sprinting twice. 2 fast actions to move. They get to the room, and then they enter the room with their second action and are going to attack. I will roll to see who they attack. I'll roll randomly here. So we'll do a d5. Oh yeah, we'll do 3 d5s. Roll 3. Oh my god, I don't... /R space 3d5. Okay. 1 is Crash. 2 is Lark. 3 is Drabakowski. 4 is Hobbs. 5 is Fluger. And if you get double teamed, I guess it's just not your day. Or we could roll 3 5s. You get triple teamed. Who did I say was 5?
Oh,
Fluger?
Fuck.
Did I say Fluger? Right?
Fluger. Yes.
Wow.
Okay, we can probably turn off the combat music now.
Oh, dude.
These
You guys
things
are never getting off the station.
These things come running in the room. They're fast. They've got these long limbs. They're running like gorillas on their knuckles. And Fluger just happens to be near the entrance. She turns with her gun to take a shot, and all 3 of them charge her. One of them tackles her to the ground. Another one jumps on top of her and starts trying to smash her helmet. And you see the third one starts grabbing one of her legs, and she's screaming in pain as they just begin to tear her apart. She's fucking dead. We're not even gonna... Yeah. Let's just give her the old, Yeah. That's too bad, because she was initiative next.
Oof.
At initiative 5, Hobbs runs out of the room screaming and fleeing for his life. Drabakowski looks to the 2 of you like, what the fuck do we do?
Fair.
You can tell she's on the verge of panicking. But it looks like she doesn't necessarily want to leave you guys either. Does she have a gun? She does. Okay. I think she's going to take a shot. And then she's going to move out of the room, shouting for you guys to follow her. Because she knows this is too much for you guys to deal with. And she panics.
Oh, fuck.
The gun goes off. She hits one of them twice. But between the running, the panicking, and she runs out of bullets, she either throws the gun, because she has no ammo left, or it gets knocked out of her hand, or she drops it as she makes her way out of the room. That's going to lead us to Crash.
Crash will take a shot and then follow out the room.
Okay.
So... Yes. Oh, if I aimed, that would take away my movement, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be a fast action.
Okay, yeah, so... just straight up. Straight up shooting.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's 2 more damage. Alright. We'll assume you shoot the same one as you run by. Right behind Drabakowski.
Yes.
Lark, you are next.
Yes.
You are the last one in the room. They've just made it out of the room. They're in the hallway. And they're like Drabikowski's shouting for you to follow them.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. I'll take a shot and follow them out.
All right. Okay,
Alright.
Lark, with the Magnum, you shoot one of these things through the back of the head as you run past it, and it drops to the ground in a pile of black, disgusting goo. You have killed one of them.
Okay, wow.
We'll say you guys can lower a point of stress, because you killed it rather quickly. Yeah, that's how you deal with aliens. You just all succeed at your tests, and it's not that bad. Okay. Of course, the one I killed is the one that was on the initiative track. There we go. Okay. Initiative 1. The abominations are up. They're going to pursue. You guys have opened fire. You've killed one of them. They're coming at you. I will roll a d4 now. 2 of them, to be exact. And we'll just go down the initiative track here. So 1 will be Hobbs, Drabikowski, Crash, Lark. 1 on Drabikowski and 1 on Crash. I will make combat rolls so I don't have the chart for what they do here. And these guys are newly mutated, so they're not full monsters yet. Alright. Crash, if you'd like, you can attempt to block. Assuming you have an item. It would be an opposed close combat weapon, but that'll take up one of your fast actions from next turn, or your upcoming turn.
Sure thing. Yeah, so what do I do then? Close combat?
Close combat with a +1 bonus. It has 2 successes.
Come on, buddy.
Okay, you block 1, which means you'll take 1 point of damage, unless you have armor to roll.
Oh, I do have a Kevlar vest. How do I just click the vest?
On your general tab, in the bottom left corner, it says armor. Just make sure the vest is equipped.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice! Okay, so you block part of it, and then the second one gets absorbed by your vest. You are undamaged. The other one's going to attack Drabikowski. Unfortunately, she does not have an item in her hand currently, so she can't block. But it gets 0 successes. She ducks under as it swings wildly at her. And Hobbs is up next. Hobbs is down the hall, making his way back towards the ladder. Drabikowski is going to attempt a mobility test to avoid taking an attack of opportunity here, and she's going to continue to run as well. And she actually passed and didn't panic. So you see quite adeptly, with surprising agility, she basically slides underneath this thing as it claws at her, and she continues her sprint in the direction of the ladder that you guys came from. Crash, your turn.
So I do not have movement.
Well, remember, you get 2 actions a turn, 1 fast and 1 slow. You can always drop your slow action to become a fast action instead. So at this point, you have either 1 slow or 1 fast action, your choice.
Okay. Yeah, we'll continue running.
Okay, I'll need a mobility test to avoid taking an attack of opportunity because you're currently engaged because the thing attacked you. Or, you might as well because you're an android. If you fail, no, you're not going to panic.
Okay.
You might as well take the test. See if you can avoid taking the hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he does it! All right. I think you probably more like force your way past this thing than, doing a backflip or something. But you get away as it swipes at you. Dr. Lark? So Crash, you're a little behind now because you only were able to move one zone, whereas Drabakowski was able to move 2. So it's kind of like this. We'll say Hobbs and Drabakowski are in this hallway of rooms. You're in this hallway. And the 2 aliens are here. Lark, you're at the same spot where the aliens are, but you're not currently engaged in combat because they didn't attack you. So
Okay.
It's zone movements. We'll say hallway is a zone, rooms are a zone, and ladder is a zone.
Okay. I'm gonna continue the same thing and shoot and run.
Okay, so you can get to where your fellow android, your fellow kids are at, and take a shot. It was almost 2. All right, it's still 2 damage. These guys don't have armor. They're not fully mutated yet. They're just wearing their prisoner jumpsuits. So, bam, gun goes off. Be sure to keep track of your ammo, because it does obviously only have 6 rounds in the chamber if you gotta reload it. And that is next turn. Aliens. Well, you 2 are the closest, and the other 2 have gotten past you, so they're each going to attack one of you. So Eric, this is coming at you. Again, if you'd like to sacrifice one of your fast actions to block, you may, or you can just take the hit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll block.
All right, make close combat with a +1 bonus. Ooh, 3 successes. Look at that, all in a row. 6, 6, 6. Only 1. You take 2 damage. Do you have any armor?
I do. Oh no.
That was
Nothing.
actually Eric's attack, but you already rolled, so that's fine. I thought I said Eric. Maybe I didn't. My mistake. Okay, so I'm sorry. Crash. You take 2 points of damage. That's probably good because I think Eric's a little more fucked up than you are. So please tank all the damage. Okay, Eric.
Okay.
Are you gonna block?
Yes.
Only 2 successes coming your way. Close combat at a +1.
So it won't let me add modifiers to my rolls.
Why not?
So let me do that, but it wouldn't let me do my stress.
Are you right-clicking on the skill?
Yeah.
Okay, well the
Yeah,
stress does it. 2 successes. You successfully block, and it is okay. Hobbs at this point has made it to the ladder and is off the deck. And Drabakowski, she gets to the ladder. You guys don't see this, but she does like turn to see you guys, and you can hear her shout like, "Don't stop, keep running!" Sorry, that was an Arnold. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be Russian. Can't get my accents correct.
It's okay.
Robot, keep running. But she's gonna start making her way up the ladder as well. She doesn't have a weapon, otherwise she would try to fight, but she does not have anything else, so... Okay. Crash, we're back to you. Same thing if you would like to move. What happened to your token? What the fuck? Alright, I'll just put a new token out here. I don't know what happened. What happened to your token?
Did it get deleted?
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, there you go. Okay. Again, if you want to break from combat, it's a mobility test. Which, considering you're an android, might as well.
Okay.
I was going to say you're both androids, but Dr. Lark is rolling stress now, so maybe not for her, but... Not this time. You're going to take an attack of opportunity. Now, you can block this, but if you do, that's going to be your other action for the turn.
Oh shit.
Choices. No?
I'll just... Well,
Okay.
no. Let it ride.
Only one success. Roll your armor.
Swipes my head off.
We're getting there.
Okay.
I imagine you've got a decent chunk of health as an android. They usually do. And there it is. There it is, folks. The armor takes the hit. You are fine. You can move one zone so you can get to the rooms if you'd like. And then Dr. Lark, it is your turn.
Right.
Yes.
To mobility.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, if you want to dodge. Ooh, no.
Oh.
Do you want to push?
Yes.
Do it. You got the stress to work this time on your roll. How'd you do that?
I don't know. Like, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, well, it not only worked, but the push worked, and you escape. So you can move one zone as well, because you blocked last time. So you're in the hallway with the rooms now. But these things are still chasing you. And unfortunately, with 2 actions, they can easily catch up to you guys and attack again. So, again, do you wish to block? Eric, will go with you first.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got 1 success. Well done. You should have 1 more stress there, though.
Oh, yep.
Okay, you're fine. Alright, Crash. What are you going to do? Block or take the hit?
I'll block.
You're looking at 0 successes. You don't have to. So you still have both of your actions. And it is your turn. So you could potentially move 2 zones this turn if you use both your actions to run. Which means you'd get to the ladder and get up the ladder.
Yeah, I feel like that would be robbing the chance to help defend the humans, so I'll shoot once and then move.
Okay, if you shoot while you're engaged, it's
Can I
minus
do that?
3. So you're better off moving and then shooting.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll move and then shoot.
Alright. Are you going to try to dodge or just take the hit?
What is it, just mobility?
Yep.
I mean, I'll try.
Okay. I don't know why I'm asking you. You should just do it, because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, that's definitely not going to do it. Alright, so they get an attack of opportunity on you.
No. Okay.
Once again, 0 successes. So it swings, and you dodge it. So you may move. You're at the ladder now, and you can shoot, if you so desire. One of them is wounded. That's the one Eric shot earlier. The other one is still unhurt.
Okay. Well, let's spread the love. And I'll go after the one that is unhurt.
Okay. Alright. Take a
Or
shot.
should I move like up?
Oh, there's your other token. It just randomly appeared. What the fuck? Weird. Yeah, that's good. You're at the ladder. These 2 are gone. I think Kyle's lagging. It sounds like he's lagging.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
I'm lagging so hard, dude.
Yeah, because it sounds like there's a delay every time I ask you something. There's like a 4-second delay. Alright, just make a ranged attack. Bang, bang.
Absolutely.
Ooh, 2 hits. That one's armor piercing, right, guys? That gun? Or no, you have an electro pistol.
No, the I don't think the electric pistol is. The EV
Oh,
pistol
that's
is.
new. Okay, well, this thing doesn't have
Yes.
armor, so it takes 2 damage. Does it do the stun thing on this?
Or what is it?
Let's see. I assume it's electroshock. Ooh, armor piercing and stun. Okay. Let me make
Let's
a
read it.
stamina roll. Go away, Steam. I can't hit the buttons, thank you. Alright, we'll say they have 6 stamina, I guess. Because they're just a human. Oh, 6. Well, a mutated human. Ooh, 2 6s. They are not stunned. But you've seriously wounded one of them. And Dr. Lark, it is your turn now.
Okay, so my mobility to get out.
And Dr. Lark is a fucking champ. Okay, you break free. You've got 1 action, so you can move. Okay, you're both at the base of the ladder. Unfortunately, these things are still in hot pursuit. Once again, if you'd like to block, Eric.
I'm gonna not block this time.
Oh, okay. Here it comes. You have chosen poorly. 2
Yeah.
hits. Do you have any armor?
I do. I have my armor on.
Okay. Incredible! 2 successes. That's awesome. Oh, man. Epic. Okay, maybe you didn't choose poorly. Kyle, it is now your turn. Will you also be blocking?
No.
Okay. 1 success. Roll armor. Two successes. Wow, that Kevlar vest. Okay. So you both have your full
dude.
complement of actions. You are still engaged, though. So obviously, Crash, if you want to do your mobility. Eric, are you also going to try to mobile your way out?
Yeah.
Okay, roll them up. This is quite the chase scene. Oh, so close. Crash with 2 5s. Oh, so close. Ew, Dr. Lark was 0. Pushing it?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go for it.
Okay. Dr. Lark pressing her luck.
You gotta.
I can see why, though.
Yeah.
Big money, big prizes. Will it not let you just press the button that says push?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't let me use the push, and then it also, like, sometimes when I put the modifiers in and hit roll, it just doesn't do anything.
Huh. Okay. Cool.
But if I do just click mobility, like, that works.
Okay, we'll just roll 3. They're 4 stress then. See what happens. Wow! Double 6s.
Ooh.
Incredible. Okay.
Needed that.
So you break free. Crash, you're taking an attack of opportunity though, so let's just roll that really quick here. That is 0 successes. You are okay. Who's up the ladder first? Only one person can go up. It's single file. So I think who goes first is
I
important.
think he
here.
has initiative.
Lark.
He does. Yeah. So you could wait
Lark.
for Lark. And you're going to let Lark go before you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you go first, Lark?
Yeah.
Okay. You get to the top of the... You start making your way up the ladder. You can see Drabikowski at the top. She's waiting for you guys. You don't see Hobbs anywhere. You can see her. She's looking down. She's shouting. Looks like she's ready to try to close the hatch if you guys get up here. But she has not left you behind. So you make your way up the ladder. You get there. And she sees Crash. And she's shouting to Crash like, "Robot, hurry up!" Crash, you have your full actions as well. You can make your way up the ladder if you so choose.
Yeah, can I basically do like a double dash?
Yes.
And like, if like Lark isn't up already, I just like basically shove her up as well.
Carry her on your shoulders and just push her up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, the two of you scramble up. You're both androids, so, you're fast, and you have both your actions. So you guys get up there, and as soon as you get past the thing, she closes the hatch. Drabikowski slams the hatch shut, and she starts, spinning the wheel to get it closed. And then she, takes a breath and, leans up against the wall with her back against the wall. She was like, "That was too close. I don't know where Hobbs is at."
Thanks for waiting. I'm gonna hand her the stun baton that I have extra, so she has a weapon again.
She nods to you and thanks you. She says, "Well, now what?"
That is a good question. Do we know where the others' status are?
It looks like she's about to press her comms, but then before she does that, she says to Crash, she says, "Perhaps we should move to what we discussed earlier."
Crash would look like he's assessing, processing the situation, and then nod and say, "I think it's well past the point."
And as if to add to the tension of the situation, the black hole once again racks the station with gravitational forces. Everybody please make a mobility test.
Even us not on that floor.
Yeah, this affects the whole station.
Damn, I was
It
hoping
doesn't
would-
affect one floor. Get out of here. What the fuck?
I mean, wouldn't we be in 0G right now?
Yeah,
going down the
like,
shaft?
Yeah, we're just hanging out in the shaft where there's no gravity. It's fine.
Bro, I can hope, right? I'm keeping it together. I'm cool. I'm ice cool.
Drabikowski instantly drops the fucking thing you gave her, but she quickly picks it back up. Okay, Drabikowski's good. Hedenstrom stresses, but he's good.
Can you do a roll for Sykes?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sajaad passed. Crash everybody passed! Yeah, Sykes. Let's,
Froze now.
Sykes.
Sykes should be at a disadvantage.
Disadvantage,
'cause
yeah,
his
yeah.
Hands are tied.
Doesn't matter, failed.
He clunks his head somewhere and takes a point of damage wherever he might have made it to.
Good.
Oh, Hobbs. Let's roll for him, too. Ew. 0. Okay. Well, he falls somewhere, too.
He only had 1 point of health anyway, right?
No. Guy's an ex-con, man. He's been working out. He's,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. He's also the chef, so he probably gets a decent diet, unlike most of the other people here, so...
Fair.
He's probably ripped and or slightly above average weight. Okay, we're going to end that combat.
So, Sajaad will say, Hedenstrom, should we... Sounds like things may be quiet down there. We should probably tell them about Sykes.
Yeah. Yeah. that you do that. I'll put it in the system, and then do you want to go up to operations?
Let's go. Wait, yes. That's where we release it into the ventilation, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think that we released into the ventilation in life support.
Yes, that's where you'd have to like load it up.
Yeah, which is right next to the med bay. So we just do that, then make our way up to operations.
Yeah, okay. And on the way, I'll open up comms with the rest of the party.
Okay.
Um,
We'll assume the other
Anybody-
three are starting to climb their way back towards the med bay, trying to find it where Hobbs may have went. But yeah, go ahead. You guys can talk.
everybody, Sykes got away, got hold of a knife, stabbed Webb. He's acting crazy, like Webb, but obviously he's much more dangerous. Be on the lookout.
If the players want to say something before Drabikowski does, go right ahead.
Hobbs
Yeah,
is also
Crash would say acknowledged.
Hobbs is also on the run. Ran into multiple mutated. We're going to be unable to collect the.
The prisoners did not make it, and we barely got away. The supplies are a no-go.
Sorry to
Okay.
hear that.
Jeez.
What's that? Plan C we're on then?
So spacewalk to the UPP ship, which name I can't pronounce, or also don't think I was ever told.
I said it a couple times, but I can't pronounce it either.
Yeah. The enduring communism.
No, it's something far more
Yeah,
mouth-filling. It is the Snova Traknu.
Yeah, that's the one.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Snova Praknu. So that's the plan. Spacewalk to the Snova Praknu.
Drabikowski looks to the two androids to see what you guys think as you guys are having this discussion. And she would say to you guys, like, I can contact ship, and we can try to get it closer, and we can spacewalk there.
The other option would be to go and try to somehow board the UPP ship and get it out.
That is
before
the
monsters.
UPP ship.
No, the drop ship that came into the landing bay that then was then attacked by the three monsters.
And we could drop to the lifeboats
Right,
to try and get
lifeboats.
to the UPP ship.
Yeah. Let's do the lifeboats. It's like the safe. As long as they're not compromised, right?
Oh, I
I don't
suppose
think we've been that far.
we forgot already. But I would assume they would mention that the Lugar did not make it.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
are we gonna be able to get onto the UPP ship?
I
What are
still
the
have
odds that they think we killed Fluger?
Ironfish data.
Okay. We can use that
Regardless,
as part of it,
Gray,
yeah.
you should probably rendezvous with the rest of the group. It sounds like the ship is a lost cause. I mean, I'm assuming that convict is still with you too.
Yes, the group of them are still here.
Yeah, get everyone to rendezvous with the rest of the group. The ship is going to be a no-go.
Okay, so we should all just make our ways to Deck I, right?
Let's do that.
Okay, great.
Meet you there.
All
yeah.
right.
If anything bad happens, let us know, and if anything bad on our end happens, we'll let you know.
All right. Be careful. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, you too.
So the plan is to go down to Deck I to get to the lifeboats, and use those to get to the UPP ship? Is that I want to make sure I'm clear on what you guys are going to do once you're in the evac ships.
Their plan, maybe.
I know.
Right.
I'm aware there's two games going on here. But the plan the plan is to, quotes for our listeners that don't have video, the plan is to go down to iDeck, get in the shuttles. But I'm just saying, is the idea if you do use those evacs
to shoot them towards the UPP?
Yeah, I think you have minor control of them. If not, you can aim them. But
We
okay.
could probably like program like a thing and let the UPP ship know, like,
Yeah, and the
Send
Send
us
the
data.
signal, come pick us up.
exactly. Well, yeah, the UPP would be able to find you and pick you up if nothing else. So okay.
yeah.
All right. So okay. Well, it sounds like there's about to be two different discussions here with what happens.
Yeah.
There's not really. Is there? There's no way to mute people's headphones.
You can
is there?
you can deafen. You can deafen. Yeah.
Oh, I can.
No, each person can deafen.
And would that turns off your headset? Or
Yeah.
your-
So
We won't be able to hear.
okay.
right. So
Yeah.
Give us like
Then
a
we
thumbs
can't
up.
hear.
Let us know to undeafen. Oh, actually, you can deafen us too. No, the server admin can deafen.
Okay. I will do that then. Let me. Right.
shit.
How do I do this?
you just have every
my.
person can just deafen themselves on Discord.
Yeah, I don't.
You'd have to tell me how to do that.
I see server deafen.
Do you see where they're on your Discord? You see your name, and then you see a
Little
microphone.
headphones.
Let's turn off the microphone. Yeah, and then the little headphone says deafen if you hover over it.
Oh,
And yeah, and Chris, that's your control to deafen us. Server deafen.
But wouldn't that deafen everybody? Oh no, I see. Okay, Scaarr, I'm just gonna try this really quick. Just give me a thumbs up if it works once I turn you off here. All right. Can you hear me now? Okay, gotcha. Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, other podcasts have done this before, so I think this is cool. I don't think anybody's any lip readers here. If not, we'll do you know,
I am proficient.
NFL style,
I'll-
calling the plays. You know, yeah, we're in a row 20 over here. Okay, so I'm gonna deafen the androids first, so that's Scaarr and actually no, I'm gonna deafen Scaarr and Sean first because Drabakowski I think is gonna be the lead in this conversation between the other two.
Yeah, they don't know I'm an android yet.
So
I'm kidding. That's not a thing.
all right.
I turn and shoot him immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna deafen you two for a second, and then Drabakowski and the two droids will have their conversation here. So here we go. Scaarr is deafened, and Sean is deafened. Okay, all right. So Drabakowski, after getting that, looks to you, the two of you, and she first looks to you, Crash, and she says, "Look, I think this is time." She says, "I'm going to call UPP ship, tell them to pick you up, but I am going to destroy station to make sure this does not spread." She says, "I'm going to go up to ops and input override codes. You two should get to drop ships or shuttles, evacs, whatever, the EVs." What do the
Okay.
two of you say?
You plan on getting off the ship?
Crash would.
She says, "I will try, but I will make sure station does not spread the virus." And she looks to you, Lark, and she says, "Crash and I got override codes from the warden. We can control station's thrusters, send it into black hole."
Wouldn't it make more sense to have an android complete that task? When I look at Crash.
That's why I'm going with.
She looks to you, and despite you not being human, Crash, she says, "Are you sure you want to do that? Only one of us needs to sacrifice if necessary."
With the conditions of the ship and everything going on, it's we should hedge our bets and make sure that this goes right.
Don't you have the data they need?
She nods, and she says, she looks to you for a second, Crash, and then she looks back to Lark, and she says, she takes the disc or whatever she has that has the data on it, and she hands it to you, Lark, and she says, you take data. I will tell them to seek the EEV pod. Whether or not we are there, at least you can escape. This will be your ticket to the UPP ship, and maybe, if you're lucky, you can live to see another day.
Can I trust them?
No. Do not trust the UPP. But if you have this, you might be able to make it.
Understood.
And then she reaches into her pocket and she takes out this, looks like crumpled up piece of paper, and she unfolds it and she takes a look at it for a second. You can see she takes a deep breath, and she hands it to you, Dr. Lark. She says, if you make it, please tell my daughter that I love her. And we'll assume she tells you how to find her, gives you her name, or it's on the photo or something. You see it's a photo of what looks like a teenager, maybe 14 or 15.
I will.
All right,
Ryan,
robot.
make it off to do it yourself.
And then she looks to you, Crash. Even though she's called you robot, you can tell it's not because she's an asshole. You're telling like she's probably one of the more humane people you've met at this point. And she says, okay, robot, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. And we'll assume the two of you are going to go up to Ops, and Eric, you're going to go down to iDeck?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're going to undeafen. All right, gentlemen, welcome back. Okay. I'm going to deafen Eric and Kyle now. If you guys need to discuss, you guys can just text. You guys can message each other in Discord. So I'm going to deafen you guys now. Okay. Sean and Scaarr, what are the two of you doing? Because I'm sure it's something very different than what the three of them are doing.
Yeah. So we're going to put the Draconis 26 into the air system.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pump it all throughout the station. He'll take off his helmet, so he is also going to receive the blessing.
Okay. Are you doing that too, Scaarr?
Yep.
You're receiving the blessing? Holy shit, this is fucked up. I love it.
It says in the holy book, the Space Beast, that the only ones who will be saved are the ones who are pretty much, what's the term, given the seed.
Enlightened? Yeah, oh my god, this is fucked up.
So,
wow, okay.
Sajaad, I don't think we can bring Webb with us. So
What do you mean?
he knows what we've done, and if we it will matter because we're all going on to the UPP ship. By us receiving this blessing, they will eventually receive the blessing too.
Right.
But if Webb tells them what we've done, they'll quarantine us, kill us, and no one will receive the blessing of the perfected. We can't bring him with. We can put him into a medically induced coma. He'll never wake up. It'll be painless.
Hive has to survive.
Right. But if we don't get Drabikowski onto that ship, they're going to nuke it.
No, that works. That works. That still saves him. As long as he's still conscious and his body is still alive, he can receive the seed.
Yeah. And
that works.
And then the Hive will continue to live on the UPP ship, and wherever it goes, it will flourish.
And Webb's soul will be saved. No, that's perfect.
Great.
Is it perfected
Oh, he said the thing.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
Okay.
So, what are you doing with Webb?
Just like using the machine to put him in like a medically induced coma for, ever.
Okay,
I had an idea.
I will say that'll probably take a test because you're trying to do something specific. I mean, he's knocked out. You don't know for how long.
Right.
And if you could lock it, so if he does wake up, he probably isn't going to be able to get out. But if you want to make sure he stays unconscious, then I'll need a test. Medically.
Okay.
Either you or the machine can do it.
Yeah, I'll just have the machine do it. Just
All right,
8 dice.
Roll 8 dice.
While you do that, Dr. Hedenstrom, is there a way to disable the lifeboats?
Oh, 4 6s? Oh my
Nice.
god. Yeah, he's not getting out of that coma.
There might be able to way to do that, but we don't want to do that.
Just curious, just out of curiosity, if it
Because-
was possible. I know,
there
we
might
want to
be-
get to the UPP ship.
Well, we want to get to the UPP ship so that we can continue to spread the hive. Because once we get onto this ship, we will spread the hive just by breathing. But
No,
if we
no,
lock the
I know.
lifeboats-
I just, in case extenuating circumstances arrive.
What is that circumstance?
People
Right, we're
find
in
out
this
what's happening somehow.
We're in this
Yeah,
together.
'cause-
Yeah, just
We have a loose end.
what is that?
Stykes. Stykes saw what happened. He might be an enemy now, but who's to say he can convince the others what happened? We have a loose end, and if they keep their Evo suits on and get to the lifeboats, that's a problem.
Mhm.
Not saying it's going to happen, but if we can disable the lifeboats, it would be good to know.
Yeah, we can find Stykes at the operations center by just looking him up and probably lock the doors around him so he can't
In
escape.
worst case, even worst case scenario, if it's just you and I left, for whatever circumstance arrives, we might be able to ask the Hive to release the ship. Only you and I go to the UPP ship.
I don't think they would let us on because they just want that information that Drabikowski has.
What
And
if
she
we have
kinda
that information and she doesn't?
I think she deleted it all, so I don't think we can get to it, but we can try.
Just floating ideas because the GM muted the other players so we can
You-
for a second.
You guys know that she removed the data from the system. You know
Right.
that.
She's the only one that has it.
As far as you know,
what I
there's-
don't know is how is if she like. I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything like that. I
Right.
assume she stored it
Somewhere.
and she's delivering that.
Yes.
She probably got like a personal data.
You guys would know
Right.
because she said that multiple times. So
Yeah.
even if you haven't seen it, you
So-
can assume she's carrying it somehow.
If she has to be indisposed for whatever reason, along with everyone else, and we're the only ones who have the information at that point.
Right. Okay. So, do you want to go up, lock the lifeboats until we make sure Sykes is dead, and then?
No. It should just see how things transpire. I would say I don't want to. Or maybe no. I'm sorry. That you know what? I think we're on the same page. You're the egghead. I'm not. I'll leave it to you.
Okay. So we're worried about Sykes. Let's just go up to operations. We're pretty close, literally one floor up. Find out where Sykes is, and then if he's not near the lifeboats, we just lock him into that deck, or we vent the deck and kill him.
That's good.
All right, great. So we put the Draconis in the airstream, and then pop up to deck B,
Okay.
search for Sykes, and vent whatever floor he's on.
All right. So getting the thing into the air vents is not just like a 4-second thing. It's going to take a little bit of time. So I am going to need probably going to need a heavy machinery roll to get it into the system and set up. One of you can do the roll, the other one can assist.
Okay, it's strength. So I have 6 dice total in heavy machinery.
You beat me.
Okay.
I'm pretty much just a soldier.
Nice. So an assist is just +1.
Yes.
One success.
Okay, you pass. All right.
Yeah.
This is probably going to take at least a turn, which is like 10 to 15 minutes to do this, because you're probably putting it in multiple air filters, changing scrubbers. You got to, turn some things off to do this, then turn it back on, and then it's going to take some time to get distributed through the the system.
I'm gonna push to see if I can do it faster.
Okay.
Hey.
Do it in half the time.
Okay. So it's still going to take minutes. It's not going to be like seconds, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can do that, and then you're heading up to... You're going to go to B deck to see if you can track down Stykes? Is that the... Okay, you want to use the locator things? Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's bring the others back. And... Okay. We are back with the full cast here. Okay, it's getting interesting, folks. This is fucking awesome. Okay. So we've seen some rolls. I'm not going to tell anybody what any of these rolls have been for the other groups. We'll just leave those out there. So, ultimately what happens is, Eric, you make your way, or Dr. Lark, you make your way down to the lower deck that we were talking about.
Yeah.
And as you do, I actually need to read what the hell's down here. I didn't think you guys were ever going to come down here. So,
are you in the boiler room?
Which one is he in?
It's still drawn, of course.
Okay.
I don't trust shit at this point.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't. It's deck I is where you're at. Yeah, deck, right? Yeah, deck I.
Lifeboats.
Deck I. Okay, so let me just see what's down here. So you've got the ladder comes down here. The thermal plasma sinks are here. So these big circular things, they're these huge. They're 250 meters tall. So that's... What's 250 times 3? 750 feet tall. Massive oil tanks, basically, that store all the plasma that the station accumulates when it has the arms extended. Okay? So this is where it's all stored, and then that can be used... Either eventually a ship can come by to take these, and they deliver these massive tanks, and you make a shit ton of money, or it can be used to power the station, fuel, things like that, extra energy. And then you have these life bolts, and let's see. I feel like there's something here that I remember that's important. Okay,
there's radiation.
The deck is flooded with weak radiation. That's only if you're down here for like hours. That's not a big deal right now. Oh, I see. Okay, my mistake. So the ground you see here, these, I know my you have to zoom in. This is like a giant map. These bridges, basically, they're bridges. They're not just hallways. So the dark part of the map is raised up, and you're at basically the top of the plasma sinks. So you're looking down. So it's a 750 foot drop if you were to drop off of this balcony. Okay. There's probably ladders to climb down the sides of the plasma sinks, but you probably wouldn't do that unless you're like repairing it or something. But so it's huge, right? Massive. This map apparently actually is to scale. So each of these catwalks goes to these balconies here, and those balconies each have a door on either side, left and the right of the balcony, on either side of it where you see it says charging cells. So right at the end of the walkway is the charging cell, and then to the left and right of that are these big massive doors that go into the lifeboat bays. Now, remember, there's supposed to be a couple hundred people normally on the station, so we're going to assume each lifeboat bay probably has at least 3 EEVs, and, I don't know, each EEV maybe can take 10 to 20 people, I guess. Something like that. But there's enough here to potentially evacuate. It's not the Titanic. They actually have enough to take everybody off the station. So OSHA's in effect here. And here we... Oh, okay. There is some artificial gravity going on. So if you were to fall off the platform, you might not necessarily die from the fall, but I wouldn't recommend it. They're suspended 100 meters up. Okay. So the catwalks are about halfway up the tanks, give or take. Still, it's a huge fall. Where's the chute? Okay, the chute. When you come out of the chute, where the ladder is,
Okay.
you try one of the doors, and it won't open. You try the other door, and it opens up. And as you walk around, you see on the other side, where the other door is, there is a pile of about 20 bodies that have been piled up, like, against it. Clearly dead. Station staff, prisoners, they all are horribly cut up and bloody. They've clearly been attacked by some sort of creature or monster. And what you see, I'm actually going to need a mobility test here, please.
Oh, shit.
Okay. You notice, and then you're very careful to stay hidden. You see a pair of deacons that make their way out of... they have huge tokens here, but they're not giant. It's just so you can actually see them, because otherwise they're so tiny. Okay? You see 2 deacons that come across the catwalk here. I'll put your token down here just so we have you, but I gotta make you like 800. Look how tiny your token is. You see that shit?
Yeah.
Probably can't even see it. Yeah. Let me raise this up by like 500%. No, that didn't work. I only did a little bit. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. Okay, that's good enough. I can't grab your token for some reason. Okay, anyway, you're here, and you see these things come across the catwalk. They go to the pile of bodies, and they each grab a body and start dragging it back the way they came, and you eventually see them go through the doors into the lifeboat bays. What do you do?
Is that the only direction I can go?
No, there's four identical paths.
Okay. I'm gonna try and go the opposite direction.
Okay. All right. You do that, and you get to the lifeboat bay, and you open one of them up. You get inside. You see there's the 3 EEV pods, not pods, but 3 EEV ships, and you can see there was fire damage down here, but it looks like the venting clearly put a lot of that out. And when you get inside, you open up one of the EEVs, and you're shocked to see that inside, you can see it's been basically turned into like a cocoon. You can see that there are these nodules that you recognize as basically parts of the hive. And you also see a couple dead station crew that have been placed inside those like uteropods, or similar to what you saw as the uteropods, and they're clearly being transformed. If you'd like, if you haven't pieced together what's happening here, you can attempt I would say survival or observation or medical aid, kind of like as an intelligence test to see if you piece together what's happening here. Whoa, 3 successes. Okay, well done. You are sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that not only are the deacons acting with some sort of higher intelligence, after seeing them hang out with the perfected, you are sure that they are being controlled somehow by the perfected, and they are loading these pods up with the hopes of spreading the hive by spreading these nodules. And you can just, as an android, you can assess if even one of these nodes got to a planet, the same thing that's happened to this station would probably ultimately happen unless somebody put a stop to it somehow. If all of these launch, this could easily infect an entire system, if not more. You could also try to undo some of this damage, but it is going to take time, even just to clear one pod. But you could theoretically clear a pod so that it's safe for you to use. But if you do, that's going to take time. You don't necessarily have any equipment on you, I don't think. You'll need some sort of heavy equipment to do it. An incinerator would be best. And even if you do, you don't know if what they've done has actually damaged the pods, or by trying to clear it out, you might damage the pod. Or the EV. How would you like to proceed?
I mean, at this point, I'm assuming all pods have probably been filled.
You can check this other side of the one that you're on, and you see, yeah, they've done work here. You don't know about the two on the northeast or the southwest, but I mean, you do see like blood stains and stuff all over the place. So, yeah, it's not good. Is my camera all fucked up here?
Is there any control panels downstairs that have any access to like overload the thermal plasma sinks?
Let's check. No, but if you had some sort of explosive, you think damaging one of these sinks would eventually lead to a catastrophic failure.
Oh, how heavy duty are they? Like, would it take a lot?
You need something significant. I mean, a single grenade might blast through part of the plating, but if it did, it would cause a small amount of damage. But eventually that would lead to a catastrophic failure. But if you had something bigger than a grenade, that would certainly do it faster.
Like a bottle of hard liquor.
A big old Molotov cocktail.
You would know fire would eventually eat through these tanks, but it would take a huge fire. So it's a good thing you guys turned off or vented the fires. Otherwise, this probably would have gone nuclear at this point.
Damn, it's almost like the game mother wasn't telling us
Can
the truth.
I launch the pods from where I'm at, or do I have to be on the pod?
You can do either one.
And I set all the pods to launch into the black hole.
It will take time, and it will take a Comtech roll. I'd say to make it easy, we do a Comtech roll for each section. So there's 4 sections. I won't make you do for each boat or each subsection. We'll say 1 for each section. But yes.
Damn.
I'm going to, I don't know, check the pods before launch, make sure that they have stuff on them, and then I guess try and shoot them into the black hole.
Okay. Well, you've already checked this side, so if you want,
Yep.
you can set these to launch. Give me a Comtech roll, please. Okay. Well done. If you'd like, you can use your stunt here to either do things faster or give yourself a bonus on the next one that you do.
Yeah, I'll take it to the next one.
Okay. All right, so you start doing that. That, investigating all that and setting the launch codes probably takes at least a turn, so like 10 to 15 minutes, all right? Obviously, you're also trying to be quiet. The deacons obviously don't know you're here right now, so you set that, no problem. Now, here's my question. Do you set them and then launch those before you go to the next one? Because I think you would probably... I think the only way you could remote launch them is probably from ops, or if you had some other suggestion. Otherwise, I think you'd have to launch them from the control panel, basically, from here. So you have to launch each section separately, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't launch them all at once.
Yeah, not unless you got to ops or something.
Am I closed in here? Like, is there like a door protecting me here?
Yeah, those are doors right there. Yeah, what you're hovering over.
Okay. And then, am I able to like lock those?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd probably launch these ones
Okay.
and like kind of book it to the next section and lock the doors.
Okay.
Lock myself in.
Yeah, that you can do no problem. I mean, it's big, but it's not like unbelievable. So you do get those launched successfully, and you can see they don't hit the black hole immediately, but you can see the trajectory is they're going into the fucking black hole. So, like 12 down, 36 to go. So, good on you, man. If we were playing Vampire the Masquerade, I'd give you a point of humanity back. So, okay, but we're not. Maybe one day.
Haha.
Meanwhile,
I want to get rid of my humanity. That's kind of been a
then
problem.
launch them directly at Earth. That's what you want.
Bring about a new era of change.
It's gonna take, you're like 20 parsecs away from Earth, so it's gonna take a while, and they might hit some shit on the way there. But if just one of those gets through, yeah, you got 48 shots, right? One of them's bound to hit.
One of them's gonna hit.
I feel like
eventually.
statistically, in space, that is not good odds.
No, it's not at all. But we can roll 48% out of dice and see.
It'd be like a 48 out of a 10 million.
I'll give you a 1% chance on a D100.
1%.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
if I get a 100.
Yeah, so Sean, just roll me 48 D100s, please.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, we're going to finish up. And if you haven't figured out, there is going to be one more session after this, folks. It's not going to be finished tonight. We zoom back up the ladder, up the chute. We see Drabakowski and Crash. Oh my god, that's a lot of dice. Oh, you had a 2% on one of them. And a 4%, but nope, none of them hit. Okay. Well, game's over. Menace is
Yeah, that's it. Done so.
I did what I could.
So, we see the ladder. We see Drabikowski and Crash have made it up to Ops. And you guys make your way over to the control panel. Alright? You start getting ready to put in these codes. Okay? As this is happening, we then see Sajaad, with the anti-gravity floating up here. And then we see Hedenstrom. Hedenstrom's probably first, because he's not crippled.
Would we have gotten there first, since we were literally on deck C?
No, because one of the things they discussed is what they were going to do when you guys were muted. And the time it took you to set everything, even with your speed boost,
Seven minutes?
they were able to they went straight up, and there was, yeah.
It was
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors.
remember, it's anti-gravity, so you can go faster. Remember, you guys have pointed that out to me so many times. Whatever.
You told us a few times, like, it takes a while to go floor to floor.
It's the finale. Shut up. Just let me finish setting the scene before you start bitching, okay?
No.
Can I at least fucking tell the story, please? Okay.
I
right.
guess whatever. Fucking okay.
I'm setting up the cliffhanger, okay?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh dear.
So, plus you got a fucking cripple you got to deal with, okay? You're lucky I'm even letting this motherfucker walk around, okay?
I'm pointing
at him on Discord, like you guys can see me pointing at him for some reason. Like
D&D has a tactical wheelchair. I feel like in the whatever millennia this is, we got like
you ever bring up that game in my presence again, okay?
I'm mobily disadvantaged, by the way. I am not. Can we just not go cripple?
Yeah, that's
how
so
far
rude.
in the future are we?
I believe the critical said you fucking are prone and you can't fucking move at all, okay? So be happy you're not on the ground laying next to Webb in the auto dock, okay?
Okay, chill, jeez.
So, Drabikowski and Crash, the two of you make it up here. You rush over to the controls and start inputting the override codes. As this is happening, Sajaad and Hedenstrom, you've made it up to Ops. You open the doors, these doors right here, and Drabikowski and Crash, you hear the doors. You probably turn, look over your shoulders as you're working the controls. Sajaad and Hedenstrom making your way into the room. You can see the two of them at the controls. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, so good.
So,
Masterful storytelling.
One more session, folks. I felt like it was going to drag out, but this was awesome. This has probably been my favorite session of Alien so far.
So much fun.
I hope the listeners, I hope you've all enjoyed it too. This has been a blast. So, next week, final episode, I believe 9 or 10. Join us for the finale of Heart of Darkness. It might be a short episode.
Might be a bloodbath.
Yeah, we'll see. But there will be a final episode, one way, shape, or form. And then we will tell you all about what's going to be coming next after that. So we will see you all same time, same place. Nighty night.